is better for health. Can I add little bit salt and sugar? It will give some more effect in the body digestion. Is it correct?
See, salt and sugar you can add. That will give you more strength. Only problem is the kind of salt, the kind of sugar we get. Over processed salt and over processed sugar, both of them are causing so many diseases. So to get the free flow, pure white salt or nice looking sugar, lots and lots of chemicals are being added. So my suggestion is instead of sugar, go for jaggery or mishri. So that can be added along with lemon juice, and that will definitely refresh and strengthen you. In fact, mishri is very good in reducing the heat. Excess heat in the body will be reduced if you add mishri. So sugar candy, whatever we call. And similarly, salt. If you can get the pink salt or Saindhav salt, that is actually very good for health. If you don't have access to that Saindhav Lavan or rock salt, you can definitely take what we call the Samudra Lavana, the sea salt, and the way our ancestors were consuming the sea salt, the granules, that, in my opinion, is way much better than the over processed salt which we are getting, the free flow salt which we are getting. That is definitely not healthy. So if you want to add salt and sugar, add either rock salt and or the ocean salt, as close as possible to nature. Similarly, sugar, not very much processed sugar, either jaggery or the sugar candy or mishri, that is better. So definitely they will help you reduce this summer. It is called Adana Kala. Adana Kala is a season where the sun takes away all the energy. Body gets dehydrated very easily. So it is our responsibility to rehydrate ourselves. It is our responsibility to maintain the balance of electrolytes. So drinking a glass of lemon juice with salt and sugar morning and evening is definitely a good idea.
But sometimes people told iodinized salt can be used in case of thyroid problem. Can we use iodinized salt? What is the actual problem for thyroid? Everyone doctor says after the age of 35 or 40, most of the people above the 50% people have thyroid problem is there. Doctor gives some medicine for thyroid. Daily we have taken the empty stomach in the morning. How to avoid this problem?
See, thyroid is a gland, and thyroid secretes two hormones, T3 and T4. And there is another hormone called thyroid stimulating hormone, which actually stimulates the thyroid to produce the thyroid hormones. So normally there are two types of thyroid problems. One is hypothyroidism, where the thyroid is not secreting proper amount of thyroxine, and hyperthyroidism, where excess amount of thyroid hormone is being produced. These are the two conditions, disease conditions. And if you see, generally in both the conditions, the actual thyroid hormone levels will be normal in initial stages. In both hypothyroidism and hyperthyroidism,
No audio, sir.
is getting overproduced whenever the thyroid gland is not working properly. So when thyroid stimulating hormone is being overproduced, it means that thyroid is not functioning properly. Thyroid hormone is getting reduced. So when TSH is rising, it is hypothyroidism, not hyper. When TSH is low, because already thyroid is producing lots and lots of thyroid hormone, so there is no need of stimulation. So TSH is not getting produced. Less THS is getting produced means thyroid is acting in a overway, overacting stage is there. That is hyper. So, so these are the two conditions. And thyroid problem is mostly lifestyle disorder. When the lifestyle is not good, we don't eat in time, we don't sleep in time, we don't get up in time, we don't do physical activity. All these things are reasons for overproduction of thyroid hormone or underproduction of thyroid hormone. So, so your question about the iodine. So doctors have observed that iodine hormone, iodine, this whatever thing is there, it is being, there is some deficiency in some people. So doctors have advised to add iodine in sugar, in salt, because when you are purifying the salt, this iodine is lost. So they are adding additionally iodized salt is after the lot of processing, you add iodine. And when you are adding this iodine which is being added is added in a alarming quantity which is more than necessary for our own body. So when you are consuming lots and lots of iodized salt, it is becoming a load on your body. And that is the reason why so many people are getting this problem called goiter. Okay. So if you consume whatever is very, very close to nature, for example, you get the salt directly from the ocean's water, the salt water, the sea water, and without processing it, if you consume it, you will not have any such problem. And of course, that's not the only thing. You have to also take wholesome diet, do some physical activity which will help the body process the food you are taking and give you enough nutrients. All these things will help in um, taking all the essential nutrients from the food whatever you take. Then you don't have to worry about each and every micronutrient whether you are taking in the right quantity or not. You don't have to worry. So that's it.
Thank you.
Manilal, Dr. Manilal Amiparaji, you have any
Yeah.
question?
Namaste.
Namaste.
My question is, I have seen some people as a part of exercise, they daily do a mountaineering, something like 5,000 steps.
Yes.
Number one, is it advisable or not? Number two, up to at what age this can be done?
You mean to say climbing the mountains or walking?
No, walking, steps. Let's say Girnar or Pavagadh, something like that.
Not on the plain, this thing, you mean to say on a Ghat road or something like that?
Yeah, it is not a plain, it is a straight mountain, but there are
Uh-huh.
steps, staircase.
Oh, stairs. Okay, okay,
It
okay.
really
Okay.
gives a good exercise, I understand.
Yeah.
But
I'll answer your question. Just a moment.
okay.
Am I audible? Now I am, connected through my laptop.
Yeah, audible.
Yes. So, see, physical activity is something which is very, very essential for all human beings. And World Health Organization says that lack of physical activity is the fourth largest killer among all the diseases. Lack of physical activity is also one disease. It is also one reason for mortality, reason for people's death, and it is fourth largest killer, fourth largest reason for mortality, lack of physical activity. And World Health Organization recommends minimum of 150 minutes of moderate physical activity for everyone per week. Even for elderly above 65 years also, minimum 150 minutes of moderate physical activity per week. For young kids, every day 60 minutes of physical activity. So elderly people who above 65 years, okay, 150 minutes per week. So we need to accumulate at least half an hour physical activity every day. It is very good. So what kind of physical activity you are doing, that we have lots and lots of choices. So whether you climb stairs, you climb a ghat road, or you walk on a plain road, you brisk walk, or you jog, you do some jogging, or you go to a gym and do some physical activity, or you do some cycling, or you ride the same cycle in the gym without going anywhere, or you do some yoga asanas, surya namaskaras, all these things you can put them into this physical activity category. But if you look at each and every physical activity, there are some advantages, there are some disadvantages also. Normally in universal human values, we divide this physical activity into two types. One is shram, one is vyayam. Shram is labor, vyayam is exercise. In labor, there is some kind of productivity. For example, um, you clean your house, you do some gardening, you go out, go to the market, bring vegetables in the morning, or bring your newspaper. Like this, any cycling and other things, whatever activity you do, there is some kind of productivity in it. We call it labor or shram. Now you go to a gym and do some strengthening exercises for a specific set of muscles, a specific set of joints. You do something, some activity to reduce excess fat, to burn your calories, and to increase your blood circulation, to remove toxins through the sweat. All these things also is physical activity, but we categorize in the vyayam. So vyayam, there is no specific productivity, but there are advantages, like you um, strengthen a specific joint. For example, if you have a neck pain or back pain or knee joint pain, or some part is weak, you do specific exercises scientifically designed to strengthen that part of the body. That is vyayam. So then after certain age, running is not advised by doctors, because after 40s, there can be a load on your knee joints or joints which are bearing the weight. Continuous strain can damage, particularly if proper nourishment is not being given to the body, that might cause a problem. So then the better alternative is doing activities which are not that, you know, um, putting pressure on delicate joints. And then we have, after the Shram and Vyayam, we have another set of activities which we call as yoga asanas. Yoga asanas are also called postures, where we go to a specific posture and sit in that posture, stand in that posture, lie down in that posture for a specific time period, and we try to settle in that posture. Sthiram Sukham Asanam. So when you settle in that posture, it acts in a different way. When you do exercise, it increases your blood circulation, strengthens your muscles, makes your joints flexible, reduces fat, removes toxins from the cells. All these things happen. These are good things which happen when you do exercise. But when you are not doing exercise properly, or you are overdoing it, the same exercise can sometimes damage the body. And normally, how do they do exercise? When you are running or doing some pull-ups or push-ups, you hold your breath and do exercise. When you are holding your breath and you are doing exercise, then there is a problem. When the glucose or fat is being burnt and it is getting converted into energy in absence of oxygen, then there are so many byproducts of those chemical reactions. These anaerobic reactions will produce byproducts like lactic acid, which will get accumulated in the muscles, and muscles will become very stiff. And if it happens regularly or doing exercise without taking in proper oxygen, it can cause harm. So there are uses and also some problems with exercise. For example, if you go to a gym, there'll be around 50 to 60 people in a big hall, which is closed and sealed, and there is AC, and fresh air is not being circulated in that proper way. And all the people are doing lots and lots of physical activity, and most of them are holding their breath and doing some physical activity. And it is in a very not so conducive environment to give your body strength if there is no free flow of oxygen. Any exercise you should do while breathing air properly. That is the reason why now there are different kinds of exercises called aerobic exercises, where you are inhale, breathe in plenty of oxygen and do exercise, aerobic exercises. But if your place where you are doing exercise is not well ventilated, no inflow of fresh air, and you exercise there, then again it will cause a problem. So now that we have discussed about the problems of exercise and also advantages of exercise, we go to the next level. And before going to the next level, it is advisable, even if you want to do some gym, do some exercise, go to a gym which is not having AC. Let your body sweat. Go to a gym where the windows are open, air is coming in, proper ventilation is there. Or go to a park. Nowadays all the parks, this gym equipment are being installed in our city. Most of the parks are having this gym equipment where you can do different kinds of exercises for all your joints, proper strengthening for all your muscles. So in the open air, if you do exercise, it's very good. In your house also, if you want to do exercise, open your windows and do exercise in a right way. And also consciously breathe in and breathe out while you are doing exercise. Don't hold your breath while you are doing exercise. So this is one thing. Then the next part is going a bit higher to the yogasanas or yogic postures. So when you are in a specific posture, and remember, yogasanas are completely different from exercises. So, like I have given you the clue, but I don't know if you got it or not. Let me ask you people. So, what can be the difference between aerobic exercises and yogasanas? Anyone in the participants? I hope you all have mics. So, I want you to answer me. What is the difference between aerobic exercises where we take plenty of oxygen and yogasanas? What can be the difference? How yogasanas are different? Yes.
Namaste, Bhaiya.
Namaste, Chandrasekhar ji. Yes.
Pranayama is a part of aerobic exercise, Bhaiya?
No, pranayama is not part of aerobic exercise. Pranayama is not even part of yogasanas. That is the next level, higher level.
There also we do Kumbhaka, Rejeka, Shunyaka,
Yes.
something.
But that is
holding
not at
breath.
all exercise. That is a higher level practice, which we will discuss immediately now. I am now
Okay.
asking the difference between aerobic exercises and yogasanas.
Bhaiya,
Okay.
is aerobics cardio exercise something like that, like HIIT
Yes.
exercise?
Yes. The idea is that you should not hold the breath while doing exercise. You should take in plenty of oxygen. Aerobics. So what can be the difference? What is the difference between aerobic exercise and yogasanas? Yogasanas also, any asana, they'll say you breathe in while stretching backwards, breathe out while stretching front, like that.
Is it yogasana like slowly it will go, slow and steadily it will be going, something like that?
Yeah, definitely breathing in, breathing out will be slow. But there is much more different. Surendra Pratap Saxena.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
I would like to ask. Yes, I would like to ask that the
Yes.
time difference of exercise in winter and summer should be same or there should be difference?
It will be definitely different. I will come to that point also. Before going to that point, I just want to know whether it is clear. What is the difference between aerobic exercises and
Aerobic exercise is very faster one compared to yoga. Yoga asanas are slow and steady, as Didi said.
okay?
Am I correct, sir?
Yeah, partly right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else who would like to share their opinion? So
No,
before, yes. So those who have spoken already, they can mute their mic. Okay, let me complete the discussion. So even in yoga asanas, before Vijayshri ji, so if someone is chatting in the typing something, it is better if everyone looks at the chat thing. So when you are typing, it is like only to host and panelists. You can just click on the drop down menu and you can select everyone. Then everyone will see your message. Vijayshri ji has
That
written.
option is not coming by a.
Oh,
It is default like host and panelist.
oh, there is no drop down menu.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. We'll discuss about it later. I'll ask I think. Anyway, is aerobics concentrated with physical activity? Yes. Physical activity is the main idea here. Even yoga asanas, though they work beyond the physical plane, but the focus is on physical thing only. Focus is on body only. Of course, the concentration is needed, which is also important to do aerobics and other exercises and all gymnastics. Everywhere the focus is important. So even in yoga, before practicing proper asanas, we do some sukshma vyayamas where we, for example, if we do Paschimottanasana, you sit straight and bend forward and come back to the sitting position. Again, bend forward, come back to sitting position. Like that, you go forward, come back while breathing in, breathing out. Like if you do Tadasana, you stretch your both hands and legs towards the sky and you come back again you stretch and come back again. Like that you do 10 times. Like that you do some exercises for each and every joint, to your wrist, to your elbow, to your shoulder, to your hip, to your knee, to your ankle joint, fingers, each neck, every joint will be mobilized using sukshma vyayamas. Even for elderly people who can't get out of their bed, you can't even sit, we make them do sukshma vyayamas. For our patients, we have two yoga teachers who will sit beside their bed and make them perform sukshma vyayamas. But even these sukshma vyayamas, though we ask them to inhale and exhale while moving their body, we don't consider these sukshma vyayamas as yogasanas. So the yogasana is settling down in a posture. There are some dhyanasanas where you settle in a specific asana like Padmasana, Siddhasana, and do some dhyana. So you settle down, you try to relax, and you will, after some time, see that your body will not agitate. In even the difficult posture also, body will try to settle down. That's sthita prajnata, no reaction, settling down in one specific asana. Whether it is this asana where you sit or stand or lie down on your tummy, lie down on your back, any asana where there is no movement and you are settling down in that particular asana, any posture, that is yogasana. So like some asanas, like they say that if you do Shirshasana for 3 hours straight, it is written in this Hatha Yoga Pradipika, if you do settle down in Shirshasana is like headstand, 3 hours. It's written in the yoga granthas. You settle down in Shirshasana for 3 hours, you can win over time. There is no time for you. There is no old age. There is no thing. No, it's like you are not like every other human being. Every day you practice 3 hours, you will live forever, or at least for maximum time period compared to other human beings. There are some specific falasrutis for each and every asana where you do this asana, settle down in this asana. This asana will stimulate this specific organ system, like respiratory system or circulatory system or endocrine system or skeletal system or nervous system or a specific organ like liver, spleen, pancreas. So specific organs get stimulated, and if there is any disturbance in that particular organ, the disturbance will get corrected, and the function of that specific organ will get enhanced when you perform the asana in a prescribed way. Means you are settling down in that asana for at least 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. You settle down in this asana, and that asana will do its own job and work much deeper. It's not just helping you lose some weight or remove some toxins through sweat. It is going deeper into the organ level and correcting the problems there and healing the organ and stimulating the organ to function in a better way. And we have specific set of organs for specific set of diseases. So when you say Shram is helping you lose weight and also keeping you fit, but Vyayam is helping you to strengthen specific set of joints, give stretching to specific muscles and tendons and ligaments, and help you strengthen and make more flexible specific set of joints. Like that, this is a bit higher level. Then when you go to asanas, it is much higher level where you are going deeper into the body and stimulating each and every organ to function better. Now, if you go much higher, even in the Ashtanga Yoga, first Yama and Niyama, then Asana, then Pranayama. So Pranayama is much higher. So Pranayama, breathing in, breathing out, is not like aerobic exercise where you breathe in and breathe out. No. You settle down in a comfortable asana, and I want you to experience it. If you sit in a Padmasana, which is a very difficult asana for beginners, and if you regularly practice it, so even after a practice of 6 months, when you sit in asana, initially in the first 1 minute, body tries to communicate with you that it is not comfortable with Padmasana. It is feeling difficulty in sitting in Padmasana. And if you ignore what body is telling you, if you ignore for some time, slowly body will settle down. And then you will feel much, much comfortable in Padmasana or whatever asana you choose. And after some time, after 10 minutes, 12 minutes, you will not feel any pain. Your circulation will again, initially when because of the pressure, your legs will become numb, and then you will feel that numbness and you will feel there is no sensation. You'll feel that as if something is very, your legs are becoming heavy. Many things you will feel. And after settling down, you will not feel anything. You are as if you are sitting in an easy chair. You will sit in a Padmasana. And what is the advantage of sitting in Padmasana like that? If you observe, consciously or unconsciously, you cannot stoop down, you cannot bend your spine when you are sitting in a Padmasana. Involuntarily, spine becomes absolutely straight, as if someone has put a pole, inserted it through your head, through your back, into the ground, and you are settled like that. You will not bend forward if you settle in Padmasana. And then if you practice pranayama, it's not just Padmasana, even Sukhasana, Siddhasana, all asanas are meant to do some dhyana and pranayama prakriyas. So you settle down in some dhyana asana and you practice pranayama. So when I'm saying pranayama is much higher than asanas, how high? At the level of cells, each and every cell, not just the level of organ system or organ or tissue, but even at the level of cell, pranayama works wonders. I'm just speaking about the physical effect. Again, there are so many benefits psychologically. Even asanas will help you. Even exercise will become help you become stronger. You know, many people tell me that when they are doing proper exercise, they get their period in time. If they don't do exercise, their periods get delayed. Many women patients, they tell me. So even at the hormonal level, it is working. Even the physical exercise is working. Yogasana are also working at the mental level. Pranayama is also strengthening your mind, and it's making much taking you to the higher mental state. But as a doctor, I'm speaking more about the physical thing. At a cellular level, this pranayama is helping. How is it helping? At a cellular level, each and every cell, it takes birth, performs its function, and dies. And new cells, they get regenerated. It happens continuously. In the metabolism, there are two aspects. One is anabolism, the second one is catabolism. Anabolism is the construction part, tissue building, cellular regeneration, all these things come under anabolism. Catabolism is the destruction part, where the old cells, they get repaired, destroyed, and they make way to new cells. And this happens continuously in our body. This both catabolism and anabolism. But what happens is anabolism slows down and catabolism becomes faster, and that results in aging process. So body slowly degenerates. This degeneration can be reversed if you practice pranayam. So pranayam at the level of cell, it enhances cellular regeneration, it heals, it repairs, it enhances the tissue building in a proper way, normal way. Even if today, if your knee is totally degenerated, your hip is totally degenerated, you sincerely practice pranayam slowly, step by step, each and every cell will get regenerated. And I have seen in my past 20 years of practice, I have seen literally thousands of people getting the benefit of regeneration just by practicing pranayam. And many of my colleagues also share the same opinion. And I spoke with a dentist who told me that a patient came to her for filling. The patient told her that there is a hole in my tooth, please fill it with cement. But she told him the hole is bigger. You have to undergo a therapy called root canal therapy, not the regular simple filling with cement. It will not help you. The patient refused. I will not undergo root canal therapy, and the patient went away. And after 1 year, the patient came back to the same dentist, and the patient came and asked the dentist to examine the tooth. And the patient also brought the X-ray of the tooth, which was taken 1 year back. And the dentist was shocked to see that the hole, which was bigger, not suitable for regular filling, which needed a root canal therapy 1 year back, is now totally healthy, no hole, completely filled up. So when the dentist was shocked and asked the patient, how did it happen? The patient told, past 1 year, I was practicing pranayama rigorously, and maybe that helped me. So this was told to me by a dentist. So lots and lots of research is still needed on the effects of pranayama. But in our tradition, in our culture, we have seen yogis who have practiced pranayama and lived for several hundred years. So I, as a physician, as a doctor, strongly make a protocol for all our inpatients, where apart from the 1.5 hour practice in the morning and 1.5 hour practice in the evening, both asanas and pranayama, all our patients during the free time will do the pranayama, practice pranayama as a mandatory practice, which will help them regenerate each and every cell of their body. So pranayama is much, much higher and goes beyond yogasanas. So you get the right to practice pranayama only after getting control over your body by practicing yoga abhyasa. But still, as I've told you, there are so many bedridden patients who can't even get up and sit and do pranayama. For them, initially we start with Sukshma Vyayamas and make their body flexible. And then, even if they can't hold their nose, control their nostrils with their hands, even in that position, just by lying down without even closing their nostrils, we ask them to inhale, hold the breath, and exhale. A simple practice with specific set of ratios. We ask them to do it, and they do it, and they're very, 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 happily responding after practicing pranayama. So I can't speak enough of the benefits of pranayama. Only you have to experience it. 10 minutes of pranayama a day, it will make a huge difference. If you have more time, once in morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening, or once in the night before sleep, only release not immediately after having food on full stomach, don't practice pranayama, but every other time you can practice pranayama, and that will help you in many, many ways. So pranayama is something which we all can practice very easily. It's a simple process where there are 3 steps in some pranayamas and 4 steps in some pranayama. So basically 3 steps for every patient of us. We teach this Puraka, Kumbhaka, and Rechaka. Puraka is inhaling, Kumbhaka is holding the breath, and Rechaka is exhaling. That's all. Very simple. Inhaling, holding the breath, and exhaling. So you can inhale through one nostril, close both the nostrils and hold the breath, and exhale through the opposite nostril. And again inhale through the opposite nostril, hold the breath, and exhale through the opposite nostril. That's all. So if you are inhaling through the left nostril, hold the breath and exhale through the right nostril. Again inhale through the right nostril, hold the breath and exhale through the left nostril. That's all. This completes 1 round. We recommend 20 rounds per day. So, and there is a specific ratio. So the recommended ratio in yoga scriptures is 1:4:2. So, for example, if you inhale for 1 second, hold the breath for 4 seconds, and exhale means bring the air out for 2 seconds. But definitely we can do more than 1 second. So maybe 3 seconds. You start with 3 seconds. Inhale with 3 seconds. While inhaling, count 3. Hold the breath and count 12. And while you're exhaling, count 6. Means the speed of inhaling is much, much higher than speed of exhaling. You are exhaling very slowly. So this is what you have to do. 1:4:2. 1:4:2. This is the ratio. So this is prescribed. This is there in the scriptures. So, but if you start with 3, 12, and 6, you can slowly increase the capacity of your lungs, and you can start inhaling. And while you inhale, you can count 4 or 5 or 6. You can increase slowly. If you count 5, then hold the breath for 20 and exhale for 10. If you count 6, hold the breath for 24 count and exhale for 12 count, like that. Slowly you can increase the count, and when you reach the stage where you can count 12 while you are inhaling, and while you are holding the breath, you can count 48, and while you exhale, you can count 24. 12, 48, 24. That is a great stage. That is what is prescribed as the basic stage of pranayama in yogic scriptures. If you go to a stage where you can count 16 while you are inhaling, hold the breath while you are for 64 count, and exhale for 32 count, then it is madhyama, medium stage of pranayama. And if you go to a stage where you can inhale straight for 20 counts, and then hold the breath for 80 counts and exhale for 40 counts, that is the Uttama Sthiti, highest stage of pranayama. So like that, this pranayama has been prescribed. And of course, this is called Surya Chandra Bhedi Pranayama, where you are stimulating the both Surya Nadi and Chandra Nadi, which is again, this is a very vast subject, the Surya Nadi, Chandra Nadi. It's an amazing subject, which I can't cover in, because only 15 minutes are left. So I will try to cover this particular topic in the next week if you remind me. Or even I'll try to remember Surya Chandra Nadis. But this pranayama is called Surya Chandra Bhedi Pranayama. Then there are different pranayamas like Bastrika Pranayama, Shitali, Shitkari. There are so many other pranayamas for specific reasons. So Bastrika Pranayama is very powerful Bastrika Pranayama. So let us forget about the higher levels, which you need a teacher to teach, but a simple inhale, hold, exhale with a simple ratio of 1:4:2, all of us can practice. If you want more guidance, there is one video in my YouTube channel, which will tell you how to do this exactly, step-by-step procedure. And there are so many other channels also. So I want you to experience this power of pranayama, which is going beyond the organs and organ systems and healing each and every cell of the body. But still, this is only a level which is succeeded by higher practice. Like in like when you go to the Ashtanga Yoga, Yama Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, where you bring all your senses inward, then dharana, then dhyana, then samadhi. So you can say that these all the four levels. After pranayama, they'll take you to the deeper states of meditation. So I would like to speak few words about the meditation, because when we are going to the next level, we need to understand the next level. So this level, I'm only discussing about the effect of all these practices on your body. I'm not going to the mind. I'm not going to the spiritual side.
A question, Bhaiya.
Yes, Chandrasekhar ji.
Bhaiya, while we're doing pranayamas, how do we ensure that it is really giving a good result?
So all you have to do is ensure that you are doing in the right ratio. Result automatically follows. Result automatically follows. See, at least for 15 days, if you practice it sincerely, you will see that your body becomes much lighter. While practicing pranayama, you can see that you are like floating. This is the most preliminary symptom which you will see. Okay. I have seen with my own eyes my guru practicing pranayama and levitating, floating in air. I have seen with my own eyes. Okay. Okay.
Physically floating.
Sorry?
Physically floating or feeling like floating?
Physically floating. Physically floating in air. Okay. That's a higher level. But you can experience that lightness just by practicing it for 15 days, not for 15 years. 15 days you sincerely practice, you will see many changes in your own body, in your mind, on your focus, all will change. You don't have, so the changes are so obvious. You don't need a diagnostic tool to see whether it is working or not. All you have to do is be more aware of yourself. You will see the changes. All you have to do is ensure that you are doing the right count, right ratio.
Yeah.
One
more question.
Yes, Chandrasekhar ji, yes.
Bhaiya, you told about this Padmasana doing posture. In comparison with Vajrasana, which is good.
See, in Dhyana asanas prescribed in yoga books, okay, whether it is Garanda Samhita or Hatha Yoga Pradipika, there is no mention of Vajrasana.
Okay.
So still Vajrasana is also very effective. Vajrasana, a lot of research happened in Vajrasana. They say that when you sit in Vajrasana, it stimulates your digestive fire, it enhances digestion. That is the reason why after eating food, people recommend Vajrasana. A lot of research happened, but Vajrasana was not prescribed for doing meditation and pranayama. But if you are comfortable and if you are sure that you can keep your spine straight while sitting in Vajrasana, you can practice it in Vajrasana. Or even if you sit in a chair, that is okay. Okay, sit in a chair and ensure that your spine is straight and practice.
States.
You can't sit on the ground, you can sit in a chair and practice. And
Yeah,
slowly,
thumb rule is it should be straight. Spine should be straight. That is
yes,
only.
keeping the spine straight is very important.
Thank you, bhai. Thank you.
Suryakanji, you have any question?
या नमस्ते भैया।
Yes, namaste, sir.
भैया मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है दैट्स एज एंड द asanas which we have to particularly do or not to do anything like that. Is it age comes the matter to decide the type of postures or yogasanas like that, bhaiya?
No, sir. Definitely no age factor as far as asanas is concerned. It's only your physical condition. I have seen age groups of and in my own workshops, because I am working with so many people every month, new set of people, 7 days they stay with us. I am seeing literally the changes within 7 days in our workshops. So we make them do Shankha Prakshalana at the age of 86 years, 85 years. So 86 years is the high, eldest person who did Shankha Prakshalana in our hospital in recent times. So those people, after doing Shankha Prakshalana, they are able to sit on the floor. Previously, they were doing asanas while sitting in the chair. And after Shankha Prakshalana, they were able to sit on the chair, sit on the floor. And then they were able to do difficult asanas. And I have seen recently, last month, no, this is still May. So this month, one of the participants is elder sister of my teacher, my school teacher, and her elder sister is around 75 years old. And after Shankha Prakshalana, she did a Chakrasana in a wonderful way. Then she did Shirshasana, Sarvangasana, all asanas. She did wonderfully while our guru is guiding her. Of course, the power of guru also will help students achieve the sthiti of asanas much faster than when you don't have a guru and practice on your own. But there is no age limit. Only thing is you need to be careful and not hurt yourself. You need to take guidance of a proper yoga teacher, and there is no age limit. When you can start learning asanas at the age of 60, the patients who come to our hospital, they say that I have never practiced asana in my life. This is the first time, because you are forcing us to practice, because you are saying that this practice will help us cure our disease, we are practicing it and we are feeling very, very happier and much better physically and mentally after practicing these asanas. This is the feedback from our patients. So there is no age limit, sir.
Okay, bhaiya. That's one more short question, bhaiya.
Yes.
Because today's day-to-day life, that's when we are looking around our even faculty members and even surroundings, the acidity is becoming a common factor.
Yes.
Is there any permanent solutions with
Yes.
this?
So let me complete the dhyana part. Acidity
Okay,
is a huge topic where many things come into picture, like the wrong food, wrong timings of food, wrong sleep, stress. All these things will trigger acidity. So we will discuss it once I complete the dhyana part. So dhyana affects the body in a different way, higher and much deeper than pranayama. So dhyana, its effect is on the DNA level, not just the cell. It goes beyond the cell into the nucleus and it catches hold of the blueprint of our body. I hope all of you know that the DNA is the blueprint. For example, if you have a paper and take photocopy of the paper, all the photocopies will be exactly same as the original paper. So the blueprint is DNA and The DNA, whatever way the DNA is, in the same way the cells will get produced. If the blueprint gets altered, you will get altered cells, disturbed cells, sometimes even cancer cells. So what will the carcinogens do? The carcinogens from the food, from the pollutants, from the shampoo, soap, detergent, all carcinogens from all sources, all the bad chemicals, they enter our body, they enter our cells, they enter our nucleus, and they irritate and disturb the DNA, and the normal cell gets transformed into a cancer cell because the blueprint gets transformed. So at the level of the DNA, this dhyana will start working. It will heal. It will correct the disturbance at the level of DNA, and then the cells will get produced in a healthier way. So that level of healing happens when you do dhyana, and this is only at the plane of body. I am not speaking about the mental level. I am not speaking about the spiritual level. I'm just speaking about the physical part. And the level of body, at the level of DNA, the healing takes place when you perform dhyana. So it's so fascinating. The subject is so fascinating. And when I'm working with so many people and when I get the feedback, I'm overwhelmed. And I get an urge to share with you people that this is all happening before my eyes. I'm so happy to share with you that people are getting benefited. Many people who come to our workshop for 7 days, they are just doing what is prescribed in the Swastha Vritta. Many people are patients actually, and we are not treating them. We are not giving any medicines. We are just allowing them to help their body heal itself. That's all. No medicine, just good lifestyle. Some pranayama, some asanas, good food. That's all. And they're giving feedback during the workshop and after going back also they're saying that this problem got solved, my burning sensation in the feet got solved, my teeth which were sensitive now became very healthy and normal. I'm able to drink cold and hot things. My headache is gone. My ringing sensation in the ears are gone. We have not given any medicine. We are not treating them anything. We are just helping them practice a right lifestyle. And that is giving a lot of benefit to them.
Bhaiya, when is the next workshop, Bhaiya?
So like every month we are conducting workshops, sir. So every month, the next workshop is in the month of June, from 22nd to 28th. So because from June 2nd to 8th, we are conducting workshop for only Ayurveda students. So regular workshop for general public is from 22nd to 28th. And this is free of cost. We are not charging any money, food, accommodation, and workshop entirely free of cost. So, but the thing is, June month's workshop is in Telugu language. So, most probably we will be doing English workshop in the month of August. So I will send regular updates about once the date gets fixed. I will let you know the English workshop. Some participants from this webinar, this refresher workshop of Friday have attended the previous English workshop and they were benefited by the workshop. So I will announce it and I will request Parikshit Bhaiya to send the details of the registration, Google form and other
Thank you,
things,
Bhaiya.
and you can attend the workshop. So, and one question which was unanswered was like, what about the physical activity in summer and winter season? Winter season, cold season, you can do more physical activity. Summer season, either half the capacity or even 1/4 your capacity only you have to do. If, for example, if you can do 20 pull-ups, then 5 to 10 pull-ups in summer is more than enough. Don't do exercise with your full capacity in summer season because that can be detrimental to health. So you should be active. There are no restrictions as far as yoga and pranayama is concerned. As long as you are doing the proper yoga, proper asanas, proper pranayama, no restrictions. You can do as much as possible. So, but the physical activity, strenuous physical activity, do it less than half of your strength. And the acidity thing, which was asked. So if you are eating in right time, eating the sattvic food and sleeping in time, getting up in time, doing physical activity, generally the digestive disturbances get corrected. Or you can take some home remedies like jeera, ginger, pepper, and dhania. 1 spoon of dhania, half spoon of jeera, 5 pepper seeds and ginger small piece, 1 gram ginger piece. Crush them and put it in water and boil down well. Boil, at least make it half. 1 glass of water becomes half glass of water. Filter it and drink half in the morning, half in the evening, regularly for 1 week. The digestive fire disturbances will get corrected and acidity will come down. And there are similar so many home remedies for acidity which we have discussed previously. Maybe next time also I will speak about them. But if home remedies are also not helping you, all the food and lifestyle modifications are not helping you, then you can take help of a doctor, either allopathic doctor or Ayurveda doctor, to reduce the symptoms, and after that, with a good lifestyle, you can ensure that it will not come back again. So thank you so much for your patient listening. It's already time 8:30. I can take 1 or 2 questions before we close the session.
Sir, Bayaji, where is the workshop actually? You're telling workshop is there, no yoga workshop. Can you tell me the location, sir?
I practice in a place called Koduru, which is near Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. So this Koduru is 30 kilometers from Vishakhapatnam and 7 kilometers from Anakapalli. So in this village, we have a 40-bedded hospital.
Can you please send the registration form?
Registration form?
Yes.
So I will type my number in the chat window. Please note it down and send a WhatsApp message. I will send you the
Sure.
link of the Google form. Okay,
Namaste. Thank you.
I'm typing my phone number.
Thank you. Dhanyawad.
Okay, sir. So this is my number. And I'm also typing my email ID. So this is my email ID. You can either mail me or message me. I will send you the Google link, Google form link to register for the workshop. Thank you so much. So in the chat window, Arunachalam ji asked about, please share some yoga videos. So the English workshop which we have conducted in the month of May. Yes, no, not May, April. In the month of April, we have conducted an English workshop. So that entire workshop was streamed live on YouTube. You can go to my channel, the same channel, Dr. Sundar Raj Telugu. In that, it's a Telugu channel, but entire English workshop was streamed live. If you go to the live videos, the videos will be labeled, and you can just see how our guru teaches asanas. And then there is a step-by-step yoga video which teaches you how to do with instructions in English language. So that you can just follow. And even next month's workshop, June month's workshop also will be streamed live all the 7 days from morning till night. Whole session will be streamed live. So we want this message to reach as many people as possible. So you can follow us on YouTube or Instagram and you will get all the updates. Thank you so much. So let us close the session now. Didi.
जी भैया, थैंक यू सो मच भैया। ये इंफॉर्मेटिव सेशन, ये तो ऐसा है कि हेल्थ को लेकर वी हैव नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस इन आवर माइंड एंड इट विल कीप ऑन गोइंग. So I request every one of you to kindly join us again on Friday. Sundar Bhaiya will be with us and you can ask your queries related to the health and he will definitely help you out because he is having number of solutions, home remedies and all, which really helps us in our health. Thank you, Sundar Bhaiya, for being there with us, always there, asking, replying every question, and I could able to find all those recipes in my kitchen. Thank you, Bhaiya, for being there. Hope to see you again on next Friday.
Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste to all.
Namaste, namaste, bhaiya. Namaste to all.
Namaste, namaste all.